What is the division of labor, or how hard is it going to be to find what the division of labor should be between the computer and human experience and intuition and ways of sort of coming up with answers that might not be black and white?
Yeah, if you try to go 30, 40 years into the future, you can really scare people. And you know, it may be true. I mean, this is Ray Kurzweil and the singularity that, you know, the crossover comes and the machines are smarter than the people, actually. We're nowhere near there yet. I mean, the sort of the analogy that's used is an intelligent assistant. And the point to make, I think, about experience and intuition is that at its best, it's really a human being synthesizing a lot of data that we can't put a crisp number on. And that's the role, pattern recognition and getting the big stuff right. What this technology has done so far is there's real discovery. And my favorite example in this one is a project that's being done at Emory Hospital in Atlanta, and it's an adult intensive care ward. And what it has is a 20-bed adult intensive care ward. Each unit has 10 or more computer-controlled machines, whether monitoring everything, and in each individual organ, respirators, they all throw off a lot of data, right? The estimate is that that kind of an intensive care ward throws off 160,000 data points a second. Nobody can keep track of it. It's beeping all the time, a lot of false alerts. I mean, it's really, really difficult and taxing for the humans to do it, and getting sort of more so all the time. And so what they've worked on is the equivalent of a GPS system. I mean, what happens when you're flying is the air traffic control person can see, and it's a visual, you see a thing that looks like a little plane heading in a certain direction, and you see what its path is supposed to be. And if when it veers off, you see it's off trajectory. And you know, then they talk to them, and unless there's some sort of disaster, they get back on the correct path. And you want that early warning signal, that GPS, telling you that patients are getting off trajectory, you know, headed for trouble, and be able to respond, you know, in an hour or two more quickly than you probably otherwise would. And that's sort of life-saving. You know, that's really significant. But much of the rest of it is this sort of optimization. You know, you do a lot of things a little bit better, which is great. And spread across the whole system, it's really important. And I'll digress further. I mean, I was foreign correspondent for 10 years for the Times. Tokyo, Manila, London, bunches of places in between. But in the early 90s, this is when we were really concerned about Japan, and particularly their auto industry. And it was a time when General Motors was installing a lot of robots. That was what they thought was going to be the answer. I remember going down to the Toyota factory in Nagoya. It's a grimy hellhole. But the tool and die change that used to take 47 minutes now took 13 minutes. They had figured out how to do that. You spread that across the whole system, and you have lean manufacturing. And so I understand that the accumulation, scaling up of these small changes can really change things. But what we still haven't done yet with this technology is get the big stuff right. It's still, you know, the kind of thing that's saying, this is what we should do. The kind of thing that feels like intuition.